We live in an era of constant overload. Our minds are bombarded by a relentless stream of data, noise, and the pressure to perform every day. Burnout, anxiety, and the trap of social comparison are eroding your mental peace hour by hour, leaving you feeling exhausted and lost in the chaos. But over 2,000 years ago, ancient Stoic philosophers discovered a secret key to maintaining absolute inner calm, regardless of the external world's madness. These thinkers weren't just dreamers. They were warriors and emperors who mastered their emotions under the greatest pressures imaginable in human history. Today, we will decode 3 immutable principles of modern Stoicism to help you reclaim your focus and build a fortress within your own mind. Prepare to transform your perspective as we dive into the timeless art of living with purpose, resilience, and an unbreakable sense of internal peace. Principle number 1 is the dichotomy of control. Most of our suffering comes from trying to influence things that are simply not up to us. You cannot control the weather, the economy, or the opinions of others. Trying to do so is a recipe for constant frustration and mental fatigue. However, you have absolute power over your own thoughts, your intentions, and your reactions. This is where your true strength and freedom actually lie. When you stop wasting energy on the external, you can redirect all that power toward your own actions, creating a life of intentionality and focus. Ask yourself in every situation, is this within my control? If the answer is no, learn to let it go with total and complete indifference. Science backs this up. According to Harvard Medical School, focusing on what we can change significantly reduces cortisol levels, the primary hormone responsible for stress. By shifting your cognitive focus, you are literally rewiring your body to stay calm under pressure, moving from reactive anxiety to proactive and steady power. You don't control the algorithm of your social feed, but you control whether or not you pick up the phone in the first place today. Mastering this single distinction will save you years of unnecessary heartache. It is the foundation upon which all other Stoic practices are built and maintained. Principle number 2, inverse thinking, or premeditatio malorum. This is the practice of visualizing the worst-case scenarios to build your internal mental resilience. While the world tells you to only think positive thoughts, the Stoic knows that true strength comes from being prepared for life's inevitable hardships. By occasionally imagining loss, failure, or setbacks, you strip them of their power to surprise and hurt you when they actually occur in reality. This isn't pessimism. It's a strategic vaccine for the soul. It prepares your mind to handle the storms of life without being swept away by them. When you have already faced the worst in your mind, the world loses all its ability to shake your foundation. You become virtually immune to sudden shocks. Think of it like weightlifting for your spirit. You must put your mind under controlled tension to make it strong enough to carry heavy burdens. Resistance is not your enemy. It is the very tool that builds your capacity. Without the weight, there is no growth. Without challenge, there's no strength. When you embrace the possibility of failure, you actually become more likely to succeed because you are no longer paralyzed by the fear of it. The Stoic doesn't wish for a life without storms. They learn how to sail their ship through the roughest seas with skill and grace. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and accept whatever comes with an unshakable spirit. This is the path to true mental invincibility. Principle number 3, amor fati, or the love of fate. This is the radical acceptance and embrace of everything that happens to you in life. Modern science calls this neuroplasticity. Our brains are designed to adapt and reconfigure themselves when we face new and difficult challenges with a positive mindset. Amor fati means seeing every obstacle as fuel for your growth. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can I use this?" When you love your fate, you stop being a victim of circumstances and become the architect of your own character through every single struggle. the very thing that stands in your way becomes the way. Every difficulty is an opportunity to practice virtue, patience, and creative problem-solving skills. By accepting reality as it is, rather than how you wish it to be, you stop wasting emotional energy on useless complaints and start taking action. This is the ultimate form of mental flexibility. You become like fire, which consumes everything thrown into it and grows even brighter and stronger. Your brain literally rewires itself to become sharper and more resilient every time you choose to embrace a challenge instead of running away from it. Don't just endure your life, love it. Every scar and every setback is a part of the masterpiece you are creating with your own existence. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless, it's about being emotionally intelligent. It is the ability to choose your response in a world full of noise. Today, start by choosing what you care about. Guard your attention as your most valuable resource, because it is the only thing you truly own. The world around you may be chaotic and unpredictable, but the mind within you can be a fortress of peace, logic, and unwavering strength. Step into your power, practice these principles daily, and you will find a stillness that no external force can ever take away from you again.